Hey dudes, nothing fancy here. I am at the huge Impact gun store, Ogden, Utah. I have driven down to do a kind of a mini store review for you guys. I've shown you the Salt Lake City Impact gun store before, but that is not their mothership. This is their mothership. It has the most guns, the most tactical accessories, the biggest shooting range, and it's impressive. And thanks to Impact Guns, because they welcome the Nothing Fancy project, and they have from the beginning, unlike some other stores. No, I'm not advertising for Impact, but they sure did help us out by letting us review a lot of cool stuff. Let's go in and meet everybody and check out the stuff. You know, I am a big fan of the Impact Salt Lake store. I love it. I love all the people down there. They're super awesome. There's my ugly face. But you guys are going to freak with this store. This is a world-class tactical supply store. There aren't many in the world like this, very few, and I would hazard a guess that Impact Guns is probably the most prolific tactical gun supplier in the world for a variety. Oh, check this out. You know what this is? This is your maitre d'. When you walk through that front door, and then you're greeted by this. This is your greeter. This tells you that if you are into guns and tactical stuff, you're in the right place. Look at the variety of gun magazines. Pretty much everything. Anything you're into. By the way, this is a really good gun magazine. This Small Arms Review. They have very good insight. I really respect their writers. Excellent writing. Very detailed analysis of weapons. Love that magazine. There's others. I just thought I'd bring that up. Let's take a look. We're going to start over here at Impact, and thanks again to Impact for allowing the Nothing Fancy project to wander on in here. Dude, what's this? 16-inch National Match model 6731 for $10.99? Oh, dude, that's a pretty good buy. For a Colt, I'm thinking that's pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of a pre-band or post-band barrel configuration. That'd be easy enough to send it to Steve Adco there and have him thread it for you on adcofirearms.com. He could do that. They could probably do that here at Impact too. Nice. Colt guns are good guns. I mean, there's a sense of kind of elitism over Colt products, I think, a little bit. In other words, whoops, I think I zoomed, didn't mean to. In other words, guys think that no other AR-15 but Colt is good, and I think that's a false view. You know, Colt definitely uses, it adheres mostly, in my opinion, to the military specification, creating a very durable firearm for what it is, you know, a DI gun. They're good, but so are some other ones as well. You know, Rock River are good guns, Bushmaster are good guns, a whole ton of brands. POF, excellent guns. Dude, check this out. Another 50 cal bolt gun. I'm not familiar with this one. This is an EDM Wind Runner 7600 box. Like I said in my other videos, who can really afford to shoot a 50? You know, maybe some long range shooters that just have, you know, that's their only gun. I can't afford it. You know, I can't afford to buy this gun. I can't afford to feed it with ammunition. Can you? You know, government, if you're listening, I wouldn't even bother banning these guns. You know, don't get me started on that, by the way. You know, I will rant for hours. But no one can afford to shoot them. It's ridiculous. Here's a different one, a Stare. Dynamite, however you say that, 5,000 bucks. I'm thinking that's a single shot. Nice muzzle brake on that. Check that huge muzzle brake. By the way, guys, there's no way I'm going to be able to get through this store today. And I'm probably going to do multiple visits for y'all. I hope you're cool with that. Using a different camera today too. Yeah, HD baby. And I will not promise that I will always be in HD format. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense for me to be in HD. It just doesn't. It's just bigger files, harder for me to edit, store, upload, all that stuff. Today I will though. We'll just test this camera out while we go. Now here's some tactical bolt guns. Yes, I have reviews coming on all of these. This is kind of the value Remington 700 gun here. Okay, there's a Remington 700 SPS heavy barrel, 20-inch variety right there. That is a good gun. I don't know how I feel about the stock though. The stock, sorry, they're shooting in the gun range right there, so it may be loud. Stock is okay, not a huge fan of the stock. I'd have to shoot it though to make sure. That's going to be a lightweight gun, heavy barrel profile, and it would compete against this gun. This is a Savage 10FP. This is probably a 22-inch barrel, not positive on that. Wearing that really nice Savage trigger, the Accu trigger. I love that trigger. I've shot it on some other Savage guns and I really dig it. And the price is right. Check that out. Very nice. Extended bolt handle. That's something the Remington doesn't have. Those two guns that I'm showing you pretty much compete head to head. In price range, the same POU. These are going to be kind of entry-level tactical guns. Very accurate, very reliable, no doubt, for an affordable price. And here you'll see variations on the same theme. These are going to be precision rifles. As we go up in price, you know, we throw on a Macmillan stock with a full pistol grip and pay, I don't know, $300, $350 more for that. But it's basically the same action. The Savage. I think the Savage guns are outstanding. Some guys have a beef with how they connect the barrel to the receiver with that barrel nut. I think it's very secure. You don't give up anything in accuracy. It just boils down to second type of cold or aesthetics. Some guys don't dig it. I don't care. That is a thick barrel on this one. That's a thicker profile, and it's hard to tell, if I'm not mistaken, than this one right here. Hard to say. The lighting on this camera is working good. Here's a LTR, light tactical rifle. Actually, no, I'm lying. This one down here is a light tactical. It's the fluted 20-inch barrel Remington 700. That's basically a Remington 700 Police in 308. It's called the LTR light tactical rifle. But anytime they start doing tricky stuff like that, you're going to pay for it. That's a $960 gun, which is a fair price, but you pay more for it. So nice selection here. Here's a word on POU with these guns. For your precision bolt guns, you really need to understand what you're trying to do with it. Let me back up here so we can kind of see a whole variety of these guns. What are you trying to do with it? Do you want it to be an urban gun that's really lightweight and quick into action? In that case, maybe, you know, the one on the bottom is a good choice. Or the LTR with a 20-inch barrel. And you're willing to give up maybe a little bit ballistically or a lot ballistically, depending on your load. If you are after maximum accuracy, maximum range, here's Nut and Fancy's opinion. I say don't go with a 308. I think you should be going with a 300 Winchester mag, maybe a different cal, 260 Remington, 6.5 Creedmoor. Those are kind of the new darling childs of long range. They're good guns. The 308 is a good gun out to 800 meters. Yes, even 1,000 yards in my own shooting and buddies I've gone with. You can load it and shoot it to 1,000, no problem. 175s will rainbow out that far. But I think your dope that you'll, like my buddy Sadly Missing will tell you, that you have to do on your guns to make it range out that far is a lot of work. You'd be better off going with something flatter shooting, a Magnum caliber, all kinds of varieties. And if you are after, I want to go close here, now if you are after maximum accuracy, then go ahead and go with that Macmillan stock, you know, and accept the increased weight and the increased stability by going with a stock like this. Yeah, this is going to be a 9.5 pound gun without optics. You outfit it full up, tripod optics, you're looking at 13, maybe 14 pounds depending on your glass. But if you're after maximum accuracy, maximum range, that's kind of the price you're going to pay. This gun, this is not a desert gun to me. This is not one I would run out there in the desert. I know there's a lot of dudes that do that, and I think there's a current trend that saying the 20-inch precision rifles are great. You don't give up anything in accuracy or velocity. Call me crazy. If I'm going for maximum accuracy, maximum velocity, ballistics, whatever, I want that long barrel. I'm already looking at, you know, a 10-pound gun. Why save in this POU? Why save 6 ounces of barrel when I could get another 180 feet per second out of this barrel? And that will simplify my dope calculation at 1,800 meters, whatever I'm shooting at. See where I'm going? So define your POU on your bolt gun. What do you want it to do? You want maximum accuracy? You want maximum portability? Firepower versus mobility again. Stare arms. There's a nice stare. I used to love this gun. In the 80s, I wanted one so bad. But you can see as we go a little bit more eclectic, you're going to pay more money. That's, you know, twice the price of that Remington you just saw. There's another stare, $2,100 for that one. That's what is that? Stare Scout, I think. Look how thin their barrel is. Dude, that is a thin barrel. That's jacked up, if you ask me. There's a Ruger tactical rifle. And you know what? I have not seen that particular rifle before. That's another 20-inch barrel. That's going to compete against the LTR. I think Ruger M77s are excellent rifles. Very accurate, very durable. Oh, here's my take on feed, too. A lot of guys will say, well, you know, the Remington's not a control round a feed gun like the Winchester Model 70s. I say, so what? It works fine. I've never had a problem in all the years that I've shot Remington bolt guns in all kinds of weather, snow, rain, sleet, dust. I've never had a Remington bolt gun fail me. Apparently the military hasn't either. They still use it in the form of the M24, the M40. Yeah, controlled round feed, oversold, if you ask me. That'll be controversial, but that's how I feel. I don't think you need a controlled round feed gun. You know, there's a lot of talk that, whoa, you're hunting dangerous game, you're a sniper, better have controlled round feeding, otherwise you're taking your life in your hands. No, it's not true. It's not borne out by statistics, not borne out by proof. 700 series freaking rock. Look at this thing. Here's a 338 Lapua. That is an awesome cartridge, by the way. Seiko TRG 42 in green stock. What a beautiful gun that is. Oh, has both types of cool. That thing can get it done. I had a friend, I actually still have a friend, he's got two of them, one in 308, another one in this exact caliber, 338 Lapua, and he loves his. He's had them for well over a decade. He won't get rid of either one. Loves them, loves them. Look at the price tag, that's insane. No, it's not Impact's fault, that's just an expensive gun. I bet you their cost is around, I don't know, 3? I'm just guessing. There's the same gun in black. It's cool. There's a CZ in 338 Lapua. It's got a funky muzzle brake on it. See that muzzle brake? Man, it's loud, those guys. Maybe they'll be out of ammo soon. This looks like a Kimber down here to me. This, let me see if I'm right. That is really nice finish. That looks like that Timber Cat. Yep, it is. The 8400 Advanced Tactical by Kimber. $26.34 for that. And it comes from the factory in the coloration you're looking at. Just like that. Extended bolt knob, just like that Badger Ordnance bolt knob. Nice trigger. I've done a lot of reading on this gun. I have not shot it. It's got that nice tan finish. You know, I'm a huge fan of that. Notice that Kimber, by the way, did not use the ultra flat finish on that. Remember in my Duracoating videos, dudes, what I said? I said I think the semi-flat or the satin finish is the way to go because I think it'll be more durable. It won't show scuff marks as well. Huh. Apparently Kimber agrees too because that's exactly what they put on the metalwork on this gun. Kimber's rock. The bolt guns. I have one friend that has one and he absolutely loves it. Won't get rid of it, but you pay for it. But if it was between this gun and that TRG, I know that's a different caliber. That's the 338. I'd probably go with the Kimber. You know, I'm talking if they're both calibers are the same. I think it's a great gun. Not a lightweight gun though. Remember, we're going for maximum accuracy, sacrificing that mobility for the stability of a very well-made and designed stock, free-floated, extremely heavy barrel. I love how they integrate the rail in that single-piece rail. That rail sits kind of high to me though. You know, I don't know about you, but I want my glass and my fat face as low on that stock as I possibly can get with. I want that glass basically like a 1/4 inch off my barrel. This is me again. This isn't any experts I've read or any forum debate. I just don't like high optics. I like them low, assuming that the stock is still comfortable. Here's another Scout rifle. This one's kind of got a funky. There's a 308. And there's your price tag on that, and there's a model number SSG 04. I don't know the exact model number. I can't get, like, as I do the walkthroughs, it's really hard for me to get like all the details right. I'm speaking extemporaneously here, but man, what a nice wall of precision rifles. Where do you go to see this? You know, where do you go to see this selection, guys? Seriously, of the quality you got. You know, the TRG's right there. You got that beautiful Kimber. And what do you know? Right in front of my face here is another Kimber. 8400 tactical. This is in a different coloration stock, and I hate this coloration. It's ugly. I guess it's supposed to be kind of woodland camo, and it's cast that way. I don't think that's an aftermarket finish. I think that is a molded in finish on this Kimber. It's basically the same gun right there. These two are the same guns in different colors. I think the barrel profile is identical. Those Kimbers, though, man, they shoot. They're expensive, but Kimber takes great pride in their guns, and they charge you for them, but they perform too. I don't like the stock though. The black finish I don't mind. That's pretty cool. Here's a couple more precision rifles. Before we leave the bolt gun section, here is a CZ and kind of a mossy oak coloration. This is a 223 normal profile barrel. You see that's not a thick barrel. $754 for that one. I sure like the colorations like that. It sure would save me a lot of work. Because, you know, again, we go out in the desert, me and my buds do, and this is generally where we're using our guns in a tactical role. So I kind of like that coloration. Here's that VTR, the Remington 700. You've seen this at Impact before on previous store visits in black. I don't think it's selling that well. I need to ask the guys here if they are. It has that trapezoidal or triangular barrel on it with the slant cuts. Not digging it. I mean, if you ever want to suppress it, that barrel is going to be problematic. I really don't know how you're going to suppress that. And then, oh, that's a nice coloration. There's a Desert Recon Vtr, same barrel, trapezoidal one with a desert coloration on it. Here's some hunting guns up here. 700 SPS and stainless 25-06. What's this one right here? Dude, I don't even know what that is. That's a Benelli 270 Winchester short magnum 24-inch barrel. Semi-automatic. Actually, I have seen that gun before. Look how thin the barrel is. That is a funky, funky hunting gun. God, as I cover all these, I gotta like put them in the... I gotta tag all these guns so if guys come to YouTube looking for these guns, they know a video that shows them. Remington XCR in 700 Winchester short mag, and here's some more hunting guns. I can't bog down here, it'll take me forever. I like this stock though, this satin finish walnut with really sharp checkering. See, that looks kind of like a Winchester. Nope. Kimber 270. Huh, yeah, there I am again, loving the Kimber guns. Look at that checkering, job on that checkering. Hope this camera's picking up light good. It's just awesome. That's a beautiful stock. Love it, love it. Kind of like that, you know what that reminds me of? Is that stock on that Tallow 1022 in my 1022 reviews. It looks very similar to that. There's another one. There's a Howa. I heard good things about those guns. I hear they shoot pretty good. I don't got no trigger time on them yet though. That's a cool looking gun. This one, this is a Remington Model 7 Whitetail Special 270 WSM. It's got the fluted barrel, standard profile. This is a hunting gun. Okay, I bet you it's got a laminated stock, so it's going to be heavier because of that laminated stock. But lighter profile barrel is going to have some more carry capability with it. Those two things kind of contradict, by the way. I mean, you're going with a fluted barrel to save some metallic weight, and yet you put a laminated stock on it. Laminated stocks are always heavier. So 243 Howa. Like this stock. This is kind of the Hogue overmolded in OD. Good looking stock. What is with me? I'm always attracted to the camo guns. Not always, but generally I am. Here's a Ruger Hawkeye in 308. $599? That's a good deal on that gun. And I think that goes well. That matte stainless against the camo stock, the Realtree stock, that is a good looking gun. Let's see the weight. Oh, daddy like. That is a lightweight gun. You know, the only beef I have with Ruger, and I'll say this on a Mini 14, I'll say it on M77, I don't like the proprietary ring attachments. So we have to go with Ruger rings, generally speaking. I think there's some other makers out there, but I have never found some high quality 7000 series aluminum rings for Rugers. Hope you guys can hear me. Meaning that you have to, I don't want to put steel rings on this. I'll put some 7000 series aluminum. That's a good enough ring. You know, for a gun like that, you know, lightweight field gun, awesome. Here we go with another Kimber. Look at that polish job on that. Now that is a gorgeous bluing job. This is a Kimber 8400. What is it? Super American? Sorry, I'm looking. There we go. Super American, is that what that stands for? 300 Winchester short mag. Yeah, whoa, 1830. There again is that nice satin finish stock. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that stock. Love traditionally looking guns, or traditional guns as well. That high polished blue. You really have to see this. I hope the camera's capturing it. It's just flawless. The fit and finish on that gun's flawless. You're paying for it, but it's flawless. Another Kimber Montana 8400 going there. And there's a Ruger M77 here. Cool, couple kind of like elephant guns here. Heavy game guns, 375 Ruger chambering on that one. I need to get going, man. This will take me hours just covering this one rack. What are we at, like a half hour already? 300 Ultra Mag in the SPS. This is the same gun we looked at, that tactical rifle, but here's a hunting version of it in a very thin barrel. This is not a heavy barrel. So what this barrel is designed to do is shoot 1, maybe 5 rounds and be done and cool on down. That's what those thin profile barrels are pretty much designed to do. But the benefit of it is you gain a lot in mobility. This is a gun that's very powerful, have a lot of takedown capability for larger game, and yet this is something you can hike over rugged terrain with and not just totally kill yourself. Okay, so mobility. You know, it'd be fun to really heat that barrel up and shoot the crap out of it and see how much it wanders. Don't you think? I would love to do that. And see if that thin barrel versus the heavy barrels really makes that much difference. Don't know. I suspect it would. Dude, that's probably one end of part. You know, these may end suddenly. I don't know. So hang in there. Let's go look at some more gear. Impact Guns, Ogden, Utah. Thank you, Impact. Man, it's fun coming here. Cool. Oh, we got lots of CZ fans in the Nut and Fancy project. I know because I've heard from you guys. So I'm going to do a counter walk by on these. Here is a variety of different sizes of CZ75 P-01s, P01s. A lot of guys love this gun. I like that little subcompact one. That's a 2075 apparently. 571. It'd be fun to go test that. I don't know anybody who's got that. I'll keep my ears open though. If I can get it and get trigger time with something like that, I'll do it. Stay tuned. You got lots of fun reviews coming your way. Some are pretty much finishing their phases of testing right now. CZ75s as far as I say. And again, this is just me. It doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. I think they're heavy. I mean, this gun you're looking at there, steel framed if I'm not mistaken. If I am, I'll annotate it. It's like what, 31 ounces? It's a heavy gun. The ergonomics remain excellent on them, just like they always have been. CZs have always had great ergos on them. Great grip angle. Triggers are good. They have the reverse frame there. It's kind of like opposite of how everybody else does it. See how their frame rails are reversed compared to a SIG or a Glock? That's a reversing. You know, a little different. Works good, and they're very accurate. CZs are accurate. So ergonomic, good trigger, they're accurate and durable. A lot of competitors love the CZ design, the steel framed ones, because they just last. They can shoot them and they don't fall apart, unlike some other guns. So CZs are very popular. There's a CZ97 with walnut stocks. $665 is the price on that. That's a 45 caliber. There's a 40 caliber for $640. That's a SP01 97B. It's kind of fun looking at these and just seeing all these. It's so hard to find a gun store that has this selection. You can't. There's a 97 BD in 45. I like that coloration. That's cool. You know me, I like that OD. Look at the price though. Remember I told you guys that anytime you get a different or unusual or cool coloration on a gun, it's going to add generally 100 plus. And in this case, it's add a lot more than 100. The price tag on that, $13.50. I would say it's mostly because of the coloration. It's got some different grips on it too. It might have a few other mods. Looks like the hammer's a little bit unusual on that. That's what, the PCR9 Protec? These are all made in the Czech Republic, just like they're stamped on there. Packed version, so that may be a competition one. Small gun though, would be competition. Speaking of competition, this one looks like it's decked out for it. CC75 SA. It's got that flat blade trigger, single action. Yeah, that's a competition gun. Probably built to compete against 1911 offerings. Another competition gun, TAC Sport. That's in a 40. 1050 on that. Notice how they've moved that back. Rear sight is back as far as they could backwards. That way you have maximum sighting radius, and it's that nice flat precision blade. That works nice. Yeah, good selection of these guns. Amazing. Oh, there's a Beretta Px4. Yeah, it's on the list. I've had several requests to review that gun. I think the guys already own it. They just kind of want to, I don't know, see what Nut and Fancy has to say about it. There's one in OD, 45 caliber. You can see the price there. There's one in the back, Px4 in 40, 14 round mag. Another 40 Smith Px4. And here we go with the compact Storms, the Px4 Storm. LE only. Why is it LE only? I don't understand that. Those little compacts, when they put the little rails on the front, I really don't, well, you know, I was going to say I don't see how you can fit a light on there, but they are coming out with some very compact lights using the new Cree technology, so I could be wrong on that. Bursa. I don't know anything about this 9mm. I will say this, some guys have asked me to review some Bursa 380s. I'll tell you this, I don't like them. I do not like them. I think they jam. I've had a friend that had one, his jammed, and I think they're bulky and heavy. You know, I'd rather spend more money in getting something more reliable, more compact, more accurate. When it comes to guns, guys, seriously, I would not try to scrimp, okay? And what I'm saying, let me turn this around. I really wouldn't try to scrimp. I mean, you're gonna buy a gun, you're gonna have it the rest of your life, hopefully. And you know, if you save 50 bucks, 100 bucks, go for it. I always try to get the best deal that I possibly can. I don't care if you're talking guns, tents, outdoor gear, whatever. Get the best deal you can. But if you really plan on keeping that gun forever, I really wouldn't worry about it if I spend a little bit extra money. You know, 20 years down the road, you're not going to care. You're going to be glad you bought your SIG. Maybe you want that CZ, that it really turns you on, that it fulfills that second type of cool with you. Don't worry about a few extra bucks. I'm not saying don't get the best deal, but I'm talking about different brands and different quality levels. You know, I see a lot of gun buyers like, well, that's, you know, that's $275. This one's like $225. I'm just doing an arbitrary example here. I think that's unwise when you're talking about something as durable as most guns are, that you'll be handing down to your kids. You know, assuming that legislation doesn't change and jack everything up. See what I'm saying though? Spend your money smart, but you know, you can get into an area where it's kind of money that's foolishly saved. Get what you want, what turns you on. You'll be glad you did, your kids will be glad you did.